So today we're going to talk about the class of 2024 and how that would impact your area study. So we all talk about SHTF. Most of us believe we're already in the SHTF and things are getting worse. But the government withholds a lot of data. And the way they do this is they keep juvenile criminal activity secret. So for instance, in my area, they may list that a minor was murdered, but they never say the name of the child that was murdered, the young adult or whoever it was. And then when they arrest minors for murder, they never release their name and they don't publicize the statistics. So after involuntary retirement, I taught school for 3 years. First two was volunteer work and internship at a high school in another county. And then I taught middle school, 8th grade. Now, these 8th graders are now the class of 2024. They'll be graduating in June, just a few months away. So I saw one of my old students the other day. I went by the animal shelter and dropped off some pellets for them and put up a handicap sign for them. And one of my old students was doing volunteer work there. So I talked with her a little bit and I got the rundown on all the information where some of my students were doing, what the class of 24 in general was doing. And when we look at it, the class of 24 in the county I'm in, which is probably the poorest school district in the state, there was 184 students roughly in the class. So of the 184 students, 5 of them are already convicted murderers. 2 students were murdered by other people. There's not enough information to find out if they were murdered by their classmates or doing something with somebody else. But it's an interesting statistic in the book on killing about the military training people to kill. It was interesting that that author indicated that 2% of the population are killers, and that half of them go to the military and police and the other half go to criminal activity. But when we look at the class of 24 in the AO I'm in, it shows that 3% of that class are already convicted murderers and they haven't graduated yet. And the 2 that have been murdered make up 1% of the population as murder victims already. And one of the things nobody talks about is the socialization, the activity of the parents, their actions, the school's actions, their teachers' actions, in society in general, in politics, especially democratic politics, impact how these people view the world. And the class of 2024 will be a direct impact on your area of operations. It would be interesting if you could go out and find the statistics on the graduating class in your area and determine the murder rate as far as how many of them are murderers, how many of them are armed robbers, and how many of them are murder victims already, and kind of extrapolate that into the population. And then in SHTF, as we hit the bottleneck and things get worse, what will be the result of the absence of restraint on these individuals? So please share your thoughts. We'll see you on the next video.